to welcome you to the Southern Gal's Kitchen today. Y'all, we got some special things I'm going to do today. We're going to make keto sausage balls. I love sausage balls, but I really don't like the carbs with them. Sit back and join us for this show. You're going to love it. Now, to make sausage balls, normally you use that mix, that has the flour base and it's pretty carby. And if we're watching or wanting to cut carbs, and I know this time of year people are looking into late winter, early spring, and they're wanting to really get in there and exercise and eat lower carb foods. So I thought I'd do a couple of keto recipes on this show. I may do another one. I did some keto cornbread with the chili. I'm going to actually do my coconut cornbread, which is a low carb, but I even like it way better than the keto. It's my favorite, but I'll do that. But today we're going to do sausage balls with keto, about two net carbs per sausage ball. Depends on how big you make them. I make mine kind of small because I want to make sure that raw sausage is done. I also use a stand mixer. You can mix them by hand. You do not have to have a stand mixer. But I just think it's so much easier with the stand mixer, with the sausage and the egg and the things we're putting in here, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. It's just a little bit easier to mix up with a stand mixer. But we're using a pound. I've got a pound of mild sausage, just regular sausage. You could use hot if you wanted them spicy. I've got a cup of almond meal here. I've got a cup and a half of grated cheddar cheese and about a fourth a cup of grated Parmesan. I've got 2 teaspoons of baking soda and a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of butter, and an egg. And we're just going to put all this in here and mix it up and make our sausage balls. It's really simple. You get all this out and it takes you about 5 minutes to mix them up. It's maybe another 5-10 minutes maybe to roll them out. But this will make a lot of sausage balls, small sausage balls. It's going to make a lot. And then you can store them in the refrigerator. When your kids come in from school, if they're hungry, if they're eating anything keto, or they can eat almond flour and you want them to eat some lower carb, this would be really good for them. You can warm them up for breakfast in the morning. You can have them for a snack in the afternoon or in the morning when you snack, or even at night, I guess. I don't like to snack at night, but sometimes I do. I get hungry, I want something. So they're just good. You could, they're always good for parties and dinners and things like that. That's where you usually see them. But sausage balls can be good any time of the year. Again, a little on the fat side. If you're watching fat, you probably don't want to eat these. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big fan of a lot of fat in the diet, and I don't follow a lot of keto. But there's certain things in keto that I will make. I tend to eat more lower carb if I'm going to do anything at all. These are amazing. I love these. So we got our pound of ground sausage in here, mild. We're going to put in our egg. I'm going to turn this on. Just go along. We're going to start mixing. I'm going to put in a fourth of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, a cup and a half of my grated cheddar cheese. You can use sharp or mild. I like more of a mild cheddar, but you can do whichever one you want. I don't know, sausage balls, I haven't done it, but I bet you can try even different kinds of cheeses. I don't know. Some cheeses smell differently, so it might not work. We're going to put in our tablespoon of butter, so things will start mixing up. This butter is really softened. It's been sitting out. You want it soft or melted because you want it to really mix in there well. We have 2 teaspoons of baking powder I'm going to put in, and a pinch of salt. And I think I've told you all about my salt before, but I buy coarse ground Himalayan pink salt, and I grind it up in my little spice grinder, and I make my own sea salt. You don't have to do that and buy it, but it's a really expensive way to have your sea salt. I'm going to sift my almond meal because I keep it in the freezer. It doesn't last as long when you don't put it in the freezer. Making a mess here, but if you sift it, you can get any lumps out. Because when you freeze it, you can keep it in the freezer or the refrigerator. I actually keep it in the refrigerator a lot. I have an extra refrigerator, and a lot of times I'll just keep it in there. If you want to keep it a long, long time, though, put it in the freezer. Sitting out with anything with nuts, they can go rancid pretty fast. Even though they're on store shelves, they're not refrigerated. But you don't want to keep them around for long periods of time in your house, especially if your house is warm, like in winter. I just keep mine refrigerated or in the freezer. Sift it, and then any lumps in there, and even the spoon is going to mash through any lumps, so they're not really going to be there. So, talking about sifting, one day I want to do a show pretty soon on different kinds of flours. I'm going to go ahead and dump this in here. And flours are, I do a lot of whole grains, and I do a lot of grinding my own. And I would do some videos, even sprouting wheat berries and things, and spelt berries, and I do a lot of that kind of stuff. But sifters, these kind of sifters will sift, because with whole grains you might want to sift some grain out, but there's bread sifters or grain sifters, and we'll talk about those in that show. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, like and push the notification bell so you can follow what we're doing and know what's going on. Alright, mix this up with bread. So we're ready to make our sausage balls. I've got parchment on here. I have my oven preheated to 350. You can't keep from getting your hands messy, so this part of it. Don't have messy hands when you get through. But they're worth it. We're going to get our hands in here and we're going to make sausage balls. I like to start, you can use a small little cookie scoop to make them, but I think those make them just a little bit bigger than I like. I like to just take really more like a teaspoon, but just a little bit on a spoon. This is a pretty small spoon, it's not a teaspoon. I don't feel that full either. And then just make little small sausage balls. Again, they get done. I'm feeling more comfortable with them being done. And I just like the little bite size. So I'm going to, like them, just round them up. Line them up. All this. These are so easy. Like I said, make them for your kids for some snacks and things like that. It's good protein in there with your meat and your almond milk. And then there's B vitamins, or there's vitamins, minerals and things in your almond flour. And of course, cheese is protein-based, a protein-based product. So they're, pretty good for a snack. Better than potato chips and cookies. I'm going to finish making these and then I'll be right back. Now, I've never made these with a dairy-free cheese. I don't know. If you have, let me know and let me know how it works. My granddaughter can't even have dairy, and I'd like to know, and they try them sometimes, if that would melt as well in there. So if you've never made them, of course you still have your egg in there. I guess you have to use the flax egg or something like that too. I don't know that they would work. I'll have to do a little research and maybe do a little bit of testing on that. But let me know if you've tried that. If you have a dairy-free version that works really well. Be interested in that. If you like this show, follow me on Facebook, Charlene Sando. You can look that up and friend me. Send me a friend request. I'm on Instagram. You can follow me there. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better and leave some comments and see what we want to cook next. Now I have about 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And I have enough left to make at least 24 more. So we're going to have over 50 sausage balls with them this size. Now, so I'm going to go ahead and do another pan. Put these in the oven and cook them 20 to 30 minutes. The cooking depends on how big they are. These are smaller. I'll check them in 20. I'll check them in 25 if they're not done. And I'll let you know how long to bake them. But if they're bigger, you're going to have to bake them longer. You want that sausage done. You don't want any raw sausage. Guarantee that. We'll be back in a bit. Shows, and if you like home cooking and milling grains and baking and good old southern recipes, be sure and join us, like and subscribe to our channel. We have our sausage balls out of the oven and they are looking amazing. They're really golden brown. These are still hot. I just took them out, but they're done because I cut into one to make sure. They're pink on the inside. I want to cook it a little longer. These cooked about 25 minutes, maybe 27, 28. because I did them 20, I added 5, and then I added 5 more, so maybe closer to 30. But just, I would check them if they're small, especially. You don't want them over them either, they'll just dry out. But check them at 20 minutes, check them at 25, and check them at 30. I have some here to sample. We should get sample these. I love sausage balls, and I thought I'd never have another one again because they're just so full of carbs. But I eat carbs. I just don't like to eat them all the time. All I can say is, wow, those are just, you can't tell them really much from the original made with the flour mix. You've got to give these a try if you love sausage balls. I believe if you took them somewhere, no one would know the difference. You would want to tell people though. Some people have nut allergies. Almond meal in there. You don't want to cause a problem. These are wonderful. Give them a try. Thanks. See you on the next show.